I am not a good golfer.
Dueling tie, doodle tie.
I'll be out there.
All right, Ish, we got a shout out coming to you in a minute.
Why?
You have a slide.
You have to wait.
You have a slide in the team all for you, right? That's a little tease. All right, let's roll. I don't think you can do the PowerPoint and Zoom, you just gotta.
I can, I just have to screen share, right? By
Go
screen
for
share.
it, go for it. Bottom right.
Oh, yeah. I don't have any
I
sound.
think you're.
I don't have sound or video.
We have to test it before we.
No, I know, but just, it's that one, just that. Oh, there we go.
Proceed.
Okay. Oh, how do I get rid of these people? How do I make this small?
I don't think you do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You talk, I'll fix it. All right, guys, here we go.
So we have our little, tell me something good.
There you go.
So motivation comes from working, I can't say it. Working on things.
Yeah. No, the mouse is gonna disappear. This is what happened in our meeting.
That is so weird. It's doing something because, oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Motivation comes from working on things we care about. It also comes from working with people we care about. So I just want to thank you, all of you guys. You know, it's been about 6 months that I've been here and I absolutely love working with all of you. So that's my tell you something good is you're all amazing and no one's made me cry. I love it.
That's coming. That's coming. There's a prize for the first person who makes it. We love you too. That's awesome.
All right. All right, Hector, if you'd like to come up and do your little
I'll take a few minutes of your time.
moment in the spotlight.
Hector Lopez, you
Yes.
guys sponsored our award banquet, preferred affiliate for disclosures.
Thank you very much. Once again, good morning,
That's probably the
everybody.
best spot for you.
Right here?
Yeah.
We're gonna open zone. Oh, you gotta look at the screen.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. For those of you on Zoom, good morning as well. Some of you might remember me from Property ID. That's where I came from. I got a promotion. I'm now with First American. And I call it a promotion simply because the big deal for me is resources. I have so much more resources now with First American. And I'm not going to stand up here and talk about the report. One of the things that I've realized that I've been doing this now for almost 2 years is that the report is the report. You know, how many reps have you guys had come up here and talk about their NHD report, home warranty, or title information? At the end of the day, it's all broad information. The NHD report is mandated by law. We have to share information with you guys that they tell us to. My biggest thing moving forward is just making sure that I am available personally to help you guys with your NHD report. I'd rather wait for you guys to have questions or maybe some concerns about a report so that I can step in, or as you can see the flyer in front of you, our specialist, we can all step in and help you out depending on what the situation is. Other than that, just promoting you guys. I wanted to make myself available. You know, if you guys need a sponsorship, even for an open house, I can help you with that. If you guys need, you know, some, I don't know, some door hangers, I can help, whatever it is, let me know. I can place an order for you guys and make your job easier. Aside from that, I'm excited. I'm excited. The weather's changing. Business is going to pick up. I'll be up here more on a personal basis. Jolene has helped me out a whole lot. One of the major things and one of the feedback that I've gotten from a lot of agents, you know, Hector, you know, now that you've gone to First American, you know, the report is a little bit more expensive. I'm telling you right now that if I need to drop the price, right now our price is $123 for a full NHD report. I'm going to lower my price to $79.95. That's the environmental and the NHD report. If we add the taxes, it's $89.95. That's for everybody in KW. I'm doing the same thing with Teresa Carter's office. It's something that I went to corporate about. I said, listen, you know what? If the price is an issue, then let's fix it. And they're allowing me to do that. Now, if you guys are using some other agency that's charging less than that, let me know. I still have plenty of room to wiggle with. So I just want to make sure that my face is here, that you guys remember me, that my price is right, and that my customer service is spot on. That's really what it is for.
And your breakfast is excellent.
And I'd like to say I baked it, but I can't. The boxes gave it away. You know, but again, thank you guys. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Hector. Thanks for the support.
I just want to shout out to Hector. He's right, customer service. I needed him and he was on the phone and he fixed it. So, I mean, that speaks volumes.
Thank you, Donna.
You're so welcome.
There you go, testimony. All right, what's next? Okay, don't look at that. We're still refining. Really like how to kind of report out, and you guys pull your own stats, which if you're not pulling your own stats as a local agent, you got bigger problems than I could fix in a team meeting slide. But we're trying to figure out our format that's gonna measure Big Bear and CRMLS, segregate Big Bear from Lake Arrowhead, because if it comes from KW, it puts it all together. So, but I mean, let's just stop here for a second. Some stuff I've read, and I look at like San Bernardino County reports, right? There's not enough data out there unless you pull it yourself for the mountain, but there was a blip. And then at least down the hill countywide, the blip flattened out again. But up here, right? It stopped looking at those numbers.
Well, then I got way
Like,
ahead of
just let's
myself.
just talk about the inventory a little bit. There's 3 homes on tour, that's low. What's your opinion?
We have 7. I mean, it's coming.
It's like a blip, but it won't stay. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that, you guys agree?
Yeah, it's common like Mike
Still a month away.
Once people start having to flip their houses again,
Yeah.
then they're gonna say, hey, what are we doing?
Once we
This
get
is
the
making the
tax,
kind of
maybe.
money with it's making before, so let's sell it.
What do you mean by blip?
Like activity, like,
Because-
whoa, 12 new listings, and then the next week, 3.
Oh.
Like it won't hold, so everyone gets excited, here it comes, like a heartbeat, and then it goes down.
Well, I think there's also a lot of pent up stuff that we're all waiting for, people to get going. You know, we've done a lot of work the last month or so, and now they're thinking about it and they're getting ready and have the place looking good. and
Yeah.
There's pent up activity of people from 45 days ago that are like, well, we can't, they just kicked it down the road, and so, yeah, that should show up.
Yeah.
Well, the weather's starting to be nice too, so
Yeah.
always helps. People come up, get their homes ready and then call someone.
That's what they do, they come up, spend money, spend time, and then, yeah, so, and that's what you were saying, right? When they start coming in and have to put money in.
A couple homes last week that we saw that probably shouldn't have been on tour yet. Because they were, all the snow's melted.
It's terrible.
It looks terrible. It
Yeah.
needs to be- So I think, you know. I mean, kudos to Tarl for getting, aggressive in getting that listing. I mean, it doesn't matter, but. I think people wanna make sure that the condition recommendations are met before they put it on the market, because. Your first impression is the most important.
One
You know,
chance.
when the photographer goes out, that's when you launch it, right?
So,
Spruce for spring. Is that what it's called?
Spruce first.
Yeah, spruce
There you go.
for- Yeah.
so Steve Hirschler asked a question Wednesday, a couple days ago. It was a fascinating question, is like, what does it mean to prospect in Big Bear?
You were a new agent. Yeah, if you were a newer agent and someone said, well, you need to go out and start prospecting,
What would you do?
yeah, what's your definition of prospect?
So with the spruce for spring, with what you guys are saying about they're gonna come up, look at their property and then call someone. What can you do right now to have that be you? Are they just gonna call the agent they used last time, or is there a way for you to
Well,
connect with those people?
I was part of the Mike Terry team at one time, and one of the things that he did. Is, of course, it was always door knocking. That was his big thing, right?
Yeah.
But we'd fly together to seminars or whatever, and he would tell me. Like, you don't do that in resort area.
No one's home 65% of the time. there's no one
Or
there.
Palm Springs where it's, 120, but when you, he just says, yeah, that's when you can either. Prospect by phone, which is what, and about that time is when they started doing the do not call thing. So it was really hard and difficult to be able to, with those calls. So then it was basically mailers. That was his thing.
Well, these days we have social media too, to try and get on that. If any of, a lot of those second home people are on the second home
We,
pages up
we
here.
know the churn rate up here is 4 years. At least that's what I've discovered, right? Average. And so you could go back in the MLS and pick an area of town that you want to specialize in and see what sold 4 years ago.
Farming?
Well, you could mail to them. We're not gonna door knock them and we're probably not gonna call them
No,
because,
I'm just saying.
right? So,
Yeah,
so you
That's
could,
just old school.
Yeah.
you could find the properties that are most likely to churn. Right? And then you can find a name and then, but I mean, that's kind of labor intensive and I don't have an answer. I'm just saying, instead of just waiting, what could we do to get in front of more of those people? I think mailers is one way if you want to spend the money to mail the non-owner occupieds
open houses.
There you go.
when they're up here.
It's tough without dumping a lot of money in resort markets.
Yeah.
Keep it in touch with past clients and, you know.
Yeah, and then, yeah, exactly. Keep in touch with your people that you do have so that they don't wander somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'll finish with this, but let's just keep that going. Like, that's an ongoing conversation. That's the collaboration of our market center is what does it mean to prospect? What can we do? We could spend money in market, but what can we do with our time to get more business?
They
right?
definitely come in here all the time and they're like, yeah, somebody sold me a place and they cannot remember the person's name. Like they'll start, well, I think it was, you know, so obviously like keeping things going out to your sphere, people that you have sold it 4 years ago, you know, if that's the turnover timeframe, you know, reach out, send stuff to those. Like I said,
87% of homeowners say they will use their agent again, and only 17% do. That's depressing, but it also should be exciting because you can go pick up. Because the other agents aren't doing it. So find them and put them in your database. Right? Are you guys doing that when you rep the buy side? Or when you're the listing agent and the co-op brings the buyer, that buyer needs to go in your database. All right, is the ish, oh, this is, okay,
no, this is,
wait, go ahead, give me your,
Yeah.
I don't think that's,
You're allowed to do like.
part of our MLS. It's,
you guys wouldn't, for like agent relations up
Well,
here, is that what you're saying?
yeah, I mean, it's just, and I don't think I mean, back in the day, you couldn't do that for sure, but things have changed so much lately. But, yeah, I don't think you can,
Hijack someone else's client.
yeah.
No, it's after
Yeah, but
close
you
of
can talk
escrow.
to them after close of escrow, either way, no matter what. Find their information.
Oh, everything I'm saying is after close of escrow.
Well, yeah, you.
It's
would do that
unethical in a way, but.
No, never before. Don't even talk
No,
about it.
It's a small
even
town,
after.
right?
Back in the day.
Even after.
Because of the relationship you have with your agent. It was just our kind of a handshake agreement up here.
Like taboo.
Yeah, you just didn't.
Especially in a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to
you
the
would-
market on the soccer field.
Okay.
And Jim's like, no, it's not wrong.
Well,
Let's cut that down.
Well, no, I mean, I understand kind of how it used to be. I mean, are you guys still acting that way?
Yeah, well, maybe
Or
if it's
not.
down the hill, it's different, but if I have people going after my clients that I just rep, say I rep the buy side.
And all of a sudden.
And, you know.
And they start
the
getting
listing
emails
agent
from you-
started
from them?
to
Yeah,
email my
that's-
clients, I would remember that.
Right.
And then you take some of those feelings onto the next deal. It's like, hey, this person's doing some of these with my clients, so. I don't,
Okay,
it just
that's fair.
depends how you view it.
What about down the hill? Can we do it down the hill?
If it's an out of area.
What's the relation?
Yeah, you guys. both-
Yeah, games.
down there.
There's our compromise. There's our compromise. You adopt the asshole Jim approach, put down the hill. And you keep your agent relations on the hill. Right? But what happens? I mean, tell me the story. What happens when you put a buyer in a house? Right? And then that buyer 4 or 5 years later doesn't use you.
Because you're not.
Well, that's because you're not keeping in contact. You're not following up, you're not sending stuff. That's where maybe social media happens, or or you just do happy birthdays, or, you know, no one.
It needs to be like personalized.
Right.
That's my most.
It can't just be that, there's layers,
You
yeah.
gotta keep
I
that
mean, just
relationship.
reaching out during the snowstorms, going take pictures of their house. Hey, this is what their house looks
Right.
like this
Right.
winter, like, it looks fine, you know, I know you can't get up here, but I want to put your manatees, things like that, you know, because everybody gets bombarded with email spams and Facebook posts, and I mean,
Or
it's,
reminding them about winterization, you know, things that.
Yeah,
you
that's-
can Always daylight savings, everything, just.
Do you know who all your past clients are?
Yes.
Of course.
And is there a system for you to talk to them? I mean, that's a basic, but hey, sometimes it's not the case.
Well, no, that's what I'm talking about for buyer side. On seller side, it's a little more difficult. I mean, you know, I'm speaking for myself,
Still, they're gone.
I don't,
Yeah, they sell.
yeah, that's usually fun.
they're gone.
Well,
Well, I've had some customers buy and sell, you know, 3-4 times. So it is. If you give them good customer service, if you're a listing agent, then they're gonna remember you, if they're gonna come back to that area.
Thank you.
So prospecting up here means really staying in touch with your past clients.
It's.
The ones that are yours.
Yeah, making them, you know, part of your contact, your touch every quarter at least.
Yeah. And then I would encourage you to go find all the houses that you put buyers in that were listed by down the hill. And those are now your homeowners.
Get those guys. The vultures.
Okay, Red Day. What do we got, Jaylee?
Red Day. So we can now schedule appointments. So the live stream blood bank is asking, like, if you guys can all go on and get your appointments in there. You don't have to have an appointment, but it's highly recommended.
Signed up,
Um,
12 noon, already taken.
Yep, me too. So you can either go to the little livestream.org/Big Bear, or I've sent you guys emails with the QRC code. The board is gonna put it out for us to help get other agents over here to also. So if you guys can repost these on your social media as well, to just try and get the word out as much as possible, so we have a really nice turnout. We're gonna have the zoo.
That's the plan.
That's the
We have
plan.
a meeting.
Okay.
So we're-
What animals are we going for? Can we get the bear on a big chain?
Yeah, Mom Grizzly.
Three-legged one. Just so I can
Well,
have
yeah,
fun.
we have one named Holly.
We're named Holly.
Holly
And
bear.
our new mountain lion's name is Holly. And Hazel, Holly and Hazel, they're like, but when we get them, they'll be about 6 years old, about 25 pounds. We should be getting them next month. Yeah, they're coming, I think, from Oakland.
I have a full gorilla suit. I could pretend to be.
Please wear that.
Oh, we need a mascot.
She just outed herself. You're wearing it that day. It's gonna be hot.
10K in it, and I flew
Did
to.
you
Col-
wash it after that?
Yeah, it was
We're all
something.
set for the zoo.
We're not set, but yeah.
We're on the way.
We'll confirm that on Wednesday. Typically, they'll probably bring the possum and the owl again. But just depends on which animal, which keepers are coming and which animals they choose, because they all have their favorites.
We're gonna have 3 barbecue shifts. Last time we had Easter bee chained to the barbecue and stuck there the whole time, so. I think we'll have 3 barbecue shifts, like 2 hours. I'm gonna do 1, so if you wanna be the barbecue master for a shift. Let Jaylene know. We'll do that. So we'll have barbecue. And with the blood drive, we want KW agents, other agents, and the general public. So that QR code can go everywhere.
Everywhere,
And
yeah.
It's probably a good idea to get your blood drawn before you eat burgers. especially.
Yeah,
First, so you don't get nauseous and dizzy and pass out.
Or because it's like dumps your blood pressure, right? And that's why they serve food after.
They give you cookies and juice usually after. And just a disclaimer, I have passed out every time I give blood. Not when I'm giving blood, I pass out after I'm all done giving blood. So
Did you schedule at the end of the day? Move your appointment to the last appointment.
yeah, lots of water. Yeah, lots of water.
We had someone pass out in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there and it'll be 20, 30 minutes later, and then all of a sudden I'm like, woof, just gone.
Okay, red day, May 11th, office closed. All right, now we get to do the shout out
I
slide. Yeah.
believe so.
Woo, bragging rights for Ish. Okay, what is it?
Oh my gosh, it's covered it.
Becky?
So Becky Wheeler had put a little shout out to Ish on her social media last week, just saying what a horrendous deal this was and how much she appreciated KW agent Ishmael Gutierrez for all his hard work and what an awesome job he did in helping to make that deal go through. So I just thought it was really, really nice to see, you know, another office acknowledging one of our agents for, you know, being there for him and everything.
Way
So,
to make us look good.
yeah, yeah, she specifically said, thank you, thank you Ishmael at KW and to the buyers for hanging in so long.
Sir, escrow.
It was almost 4 to 5 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
They did not want to leave.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
legal-
one of those. We've
Yeah.
got one of those.
Yeah, and he used
You
to,
send in Guido from Vegas.
can you give me Guido's number? It's not gonna be Guido, we're just gonna be a different. Then you just contact.
Yeah,
Right
Good
in,
job.
wheels fall off and pick it up and do it again. Very good.
Yeah.
Told me that was the first time it's ever happened, and I was like, oh, wow. First 2 years, I like it.
yeah. So I just thought that was really nice to, you know, see one of our agents acknowledged, you know, obviously, because Becky's a big poster on social media, so your name got out there, I'm sure. Okay, so this is my little part.
Jaylene's gonna talk about balls. Everybody get it?
So basically, I'm talking about emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence is the skill that allows people to make purposeful decisions and is the skill for exceptional time management. A practical question to employ emotional intelligence is to pause and ask oneself or your colleagues or manager, is this a glass ball task or a rubber ball task? Asking this one question will save you so many headaches. When juggling tasks, not all tasks are the same. Some are glass ball tasks. When dropped, they will be unrecoverable and have unintended consequences. Some are rubber balls that when dropped are recoverable. You still don't want to drop them, but it's not nearly as catastrophic as a glass ball task. Furthermore, there's such a thing as having too many balls to juggle. Vicky, right?
Yeah.
That was me last week. And it's important to recognize that as well, as both the receiver and the giver of tasks. Bottom line, it's important to understand which tasks are most important to your boss, your people, and your organization. The reality is that not all tasks are the same, not all customers are the same, and not all projects are the same, and not all balls in the air at any given minute are the same. When delivering excellence, one size fits one in the moment. We can get into trouble when we carelessly treat glass balls as rubber balls, suffering the consequences of quick decisions that shatter relationships and brands. Similarly, we can get into paralysis by analysis by treating every rubber ball like a glass ball when the rubber ball will bounce back. Decisions that need to be made swiftly without much reflection or analyzing to keep things and us moving forward. Emotional intelligence is the skill to adapt between glass balls and rubber balls. Pause, ask, and choose wisely. My little glass ball, rubber ball, you know,
Good one.
keep those things in mind. Okay, Big Bear Cares, you know, was it like 3 weeks ago?
So we donated $2,000 from our account, because we had over 7,000 in the account. We sent 2,000 through the GoFundMe to the Tangeman family on behalf of all KW Big Bear Lake Arrowhead agents. So that went in. So now our balance dropped down to 5,000. Our goal is to get 10,000 new money going in this year, so we can keep doing stuff like that. So we need to put in about $850 a month to stay on goal. But we're pretty behind. We're only dripping in like under 200 a month. So we're gonna just keep asking you guys, hey, on your closings, do you want to automatically throw in $20, $40, whatever? Mike always wins the highest contributor, so thank you, sir, for that. But we just need more of you guys, just a little bit, really helps, so that just think if we had a $15,000 balance, then we could always be doing on behalf of KW, here's this, here's that kind of thing. So please pitch in for that. And then you guys do, there's some of you guys that did Tangeman donations on your own, which is awesome. But just so you know, from the office on the behalf of the agents, we put in 2,000, which the ALC voted. That wasn't something that I just made.
Yeah.
There was representation from the people on that.
And I think it's only like, since we've done that, it's only gone up $50, so we're gonna
I
recover
gave
that.
them, we need $850 a month to. stay
Oh,
on
gotcha,
track,
gotcha.
so.
Just for people in this room, it's $75 a month each.
What do you mean?
Make up that 850.
Oh, if we did 850 for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$75 out of your one commission a month.
Mhm,
Yep,
mhm,
then we get there. Cool.
mhm.
All right, what do we got?
We got next week, our market mastermind meeting is Janelle. So, you know, Janelle, her meetings are always interesting, so come share.
I was gonna say her meetings are great. You said
Yeah.
her meetings are interesting.
Well, I mean, great. I meant it in a great way. I love my sister.
Hey, you guys need to rally and come in here on Wednesdays. Like, if you're up here a few minutes before the meeting started, you hear us commiserating about how we're just not getting enough agents to show up. But it's not just us, you guys, it's every real estate office. Like, that's just, everyone's kind of hiding right now. And then they're working from home, that's all good and fine, but we're just, if you get emails and texts, like triple announcing stuff, we're just trying to get you guys in here. Cause it's not, I mean, we don't bat 1,000, right? Sometimes you come in here and you're like, wah, wah, that's fine. But for the most part, coming in here is good. Showing up, getting up, coming in here, starting your day with that mastermind on Wednesday, collaborate, end of speech.
And if you guys have any topics that you'd like to have us address, email them to me. You know, Karen LeBrun came in yesterday and requested that we speak about issues with like the Nest and the passwords to like the Ring cameras and the coded doorknobs. Like, she's just having a horrible time getting a seller to give up the code to everything for these new buyers, to the point where they're gonna have to just go buy a new doorknob so that people can get into the house. So she just wondered how everybody else was dealing with that. So, you know, topics like that. Yeah.
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 Yeah, maybe something that we put in our listing agreements that add that.
Things that convey are the
Mhm.
codes.
Mhm.
But she not want to get the door closed up.
They're just dragging their feet. No, I don't know. I don't know.
That's an agent.
Yeah.
No, it was because it was Karen's sellers. So.
And they don't want to give the codes.
Well, they just were like delaying it, and not getting it done. I
They're
mean,
busy,
sometimes
they're
it's like
busy, they're
complicated
busy.
sometimes, you know,
Yeah.
To get things done like that.
So you make it a condition.
Or you
for-
get it before close.
Right. Yeah, so she was talking about yesterday, like, how can we?
Because it's gonna be more and more of a problem.
Being on
'cause it
the,
is a pain.
and it's only gonna get worse because everything is becoming so smart, you know, and technology and getting access to it. You know, I've had issues with cameras and stuff like that.
Especially if
Cameras.
Advertising that this is part of the benefit or feature of the house or the listing, and you're not giving up
Yeah.
I'm good at
the
this.
equipment.
Well, on the buy side, your final walkthrough, if you don't have the code yet, then put it on the VPC, like, this is missing, the
Right.
code's missing.
And that would be a great way, but
Good idea.
what's
Well,
the
we don't need to
repercussion
have a
first?
meeting now.
Is Karen on Zoom? Dang it. Somebody talk to her.
Yeah, yeah.
But it needs to be like, it won't fund until we get these codes, basically.
We could make it a form. Maybe that's an old office
Just a
form.
condition closed.
Just treat it as a final walkthrough condition, like a repair request.
Have to be approved.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so next week we have Cyberbacker coming in to give a quick little presentation on their like an administrative assistant, a cyber.
$1,500 a month, you can hire a virtual assistant for 40 hours a week. It's
Don't do
off,
anything.
it-
That again.
so for $1,500 a month, you get a virtual assistant that'll work 8 hours a day.
It's an actual person, right?
I have one, his name's Francis. He makes phone calls. I get Francis in the Philippines, and he's really good. And all the people I'm talking to in Joshua Tree is because Francis called them first. And said, hey, we're just looking around, would you take a meeting? They're like, yeah. then I call. So if you could, for $1,500 a month, this is where it's going. Like, what are those things that if you don't do it, nobody would know? And maybe there's touches to your past clients, whether it's mail or emails or just data. Like, hey, I need you to look, these people that are working for this amount of money are not in the US, obviously, but they know, like, they know real estate, cyberback, like they have been working for, this started with the REO days back in 08 and 09. Right? When these asset managers never got overwhelmed, they started hiring virtual assistants. So some of these guys have been doing real estate for years. And they're available. So pay attention to what that has to offer. And it's going to be part of big teams and offices. It's going to be part of your operations going forward.
And then the week of the 5th, it's the general meeting, so we do not have an office meeting. Oh, next week, Laura from the board will also be here to.
She's going to sell you tickets.
She's gonna sell you tickets to Cantry Mystery Sock Hop Dinner, so.
That's our trade-off. She's going to promote our blood drive, but she gets to come in and sell you tickets.
Her and Suzette have a little personal she goes, it's all for the good of the drive, but they have a personal competition. So literally Laura's on the phone to me yesterday trying to like get in here to sell tickets as Suzette walks through the door to see Donna talking tickets. I was laughing. I was
Capitalism.
like, yeah. Needs and wants-ish. Melissa? No?
A couple things. I don't know if everybody knows, apparently Remax had a break-in.
Oh, good
Busted the glass.
announcement.
Yes.
Someone busted the glass and stole the computer out of the front.
It was me.
Assistant's office.
We see a new computer in here.
I need one, my laptop died.
But here's the deal, if you're in the office at night, make sure the blinds are shut, make sure the doors are locked, make sure the alarm's set, please. Even though their alarm was set over there, they threw a rock through the window and went
What's it
that way.
said though? Did we find that out for sure?
If it was,
Yeah.
They threw a rock through the window, waited 20 minutes and then came back and snagged the computer.
But that sounded to me like it was set. And they were testing to see if, because otherwise, why would you?
well,
wait?
I've come in here in the mornings, be the first one here, 7:30 in the morning sometimes, and the alarm, maybe someone came in at night and didn't reset the alarm, so just be mindful of that, because it's not just your stuff, it's everybody else's stuff in here. And
We're gonna put cameras at those two front doors. They're fake, but they have lights that light up with batteries and they point at the door and it says you're on camera.
Yeah. And another thing is, I know you guys probably know. I'm
We know.
a Rotary, and so I'm a big supporter of Rotary and the local Interact kids up here. And I put a flyer down at the front desk. They're doing again, they do this every year. It's a nonprofit car wash. Donations. They don't charge for the car wash, just donations are appreciated. They run it out of Worldmark. Mike up there, Duran, helps them out, hooks them up with the water and a place to do it. This year, they've asked us if they can put the weekend of Memorial, a directional banner on the corner of our property facing up to direct people up to the car wash. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, but I thought I would run it by Mike and Jim also. But there's a flyer there.
Yeah, Tim.
It's the weekend.
Do whatever you want, you're the town.
Okay, well, I just, no problem. I didn't think it's gonna be a big deal. The money goes to charity and it helps us build relationships with our community, so.
Thumbs up.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, so matter of fact, it's the weekend of Memorial. If you've got, wanna get your car washed, the kids, it's not gonna be a great car wash, but the kids go out there and watch them car that.
I think they're
So,
just different.
Right?
yeah, it's just different. So,
Did we have this conversation yesterday?
so that's all I gotta really share today.
Jamie?
Wants, needs, and public service announcement.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mike?
Yes, just real quick, that government lease that is finally accessible is accessible. There's a sign on North Shore and looking up the mile mark. It's mile mark 58.27. 58.27. You get that. first you're gonna hit 5820 because it's kind of on a curve. And so just look for 5827 and it'll have a sign, one of our signs, and then an arrow pointing up the driveway. The driveway is a little funny, but you'll see all these little signs I had made up that are driven in the ground that say, kind of give you a little breadcrumb trail up to, it kind of serpentines up. It's a nice little hike. A couple hundred feet, maybe straight up, no, not straight up, but it is up.
It has that illusion of seclusion.
Oh, you definitely. But the view is incredible. You're looking right down on the lake. And then all the mountains, you know, it's a great place once you get there. But, take water, hiking shoes. It's, you know, for 199,000.
Miss Donna?
No. The polar plunge, you guys, and there's 8 of us girls. Me and Rihanna's, you know, representing Keller Williams. We've done, gosh, this is my 8th year doing it. And, you know, Rihanna's, gosh, she's been, how many? Two. But so now it started with just 1 or 2 girls. Now I have it up to 8 that, you know. So anyway, if you guys want to go out, opening ceremonies at 11:45.
Where?
It's at Veterans Park there. So if you guys aren't doing anything, you want to get out in this beautiful weather, come watch. We're the Darling Ducks,
They have a low.
What are you guys
cost.
raising money for?
Special Olympics.
Inland Empire Special Olympics.
That's what the whole polar bear plunge, right? The entire polar bear plunge is for Special Olympics.
And our team, I was so excited as of yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, we've raised $1,275 just as 8 girls.
Nice. There you go.
So yay!
Thank you.
You can go on the website. Summer does that all the time.
Oh,
I think you already did it.
Yeah, you know.
very good. It happened.
Lots of pictures, please.
If you'd like to join them, Donna has an extra tutu.
You may not match.
Rihanna? You okay, Vicky?
Yes, on the house we're gonna see today. It is owner occupied and they definitely have to have some time before they need some notice, about 20 to 30 minutes. They've got a dog that doesn't really care for people too much. So it is owner occupied, so if you get there before me, wait for me, please. And I am looking for a price opinion. The seller and I are a little bit apart on what I think the price should be. So I'm asking for a price opinion on it so that we can get that thing in the MLS today. Tell them what you want.
Dan's gonna print that for you.
Well,
I don't
it's a
have one.
little bit of a- I think it's like the biggest house in Valley View. There's just like really no comps. So I just am kind of gonna rely on experience to put a price on it. Whether or not he'll agree to whatever it is, I don't know. Anyway, I do have a price in mind, but he wants more. So.
Vicky, come and see me when you guys go on tour, because I gotta do this stuff too. Come and see me and I'll give you that price.
Thank you very much.
And then I'll look into it, because I can't go into it, I haven't listened to it, but I'll look at it for you. It's the one on.
Malabar Court.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, great house, but it's.
What do you
real
think
complicated.
the price that it's a seller?
You can just go reframe.
Yeah.
So you guys give me your
Honest opinion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unbiased.
Just, I mean, because I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong on what I think. Like I said, there's no comments for this house. So. So then you're in the making adjustments thing, you know, and so.
Holly,
I'm good.
you're good. Curtis? And
I have a need. Leisha Jordan left behind a listing at 813 Fur. And I drove by it and checked it out and it's a 300 something. It's on the MLS. It's under my name. If anybody wants to, it's listed under contract till August.
Did I miss something about Lucia?
Leisha now is a Redfin
Go. Let's go.
for now.
Yeah, true.
There's an over under on the return date if you'd like to place a wager, but she, yeah, she about 3 weeks ago decided she wanted to be a Redfin agent. Not have to stress about prospecting. So, so 813 fur, if you want it, let me know. You raise your hand first. If you're capped, when it closes, you got to pay us 10%. And if you're not, it's just regular.
So 25 or 35, what do you got?
Well, no, I'm saying if you're not capped and you close it, then it's a regular, whatever your terms are. But if we give you a deal and you're capped when it closes, then you just gotta pay us 10%.
What's the list, what's the?
Holly already got it for them.
You're gonna explode.
But yeah, so there you go. I'll send it over. I think it's gonna be a challenge. But you're up for it. You're up for it.
She's had quite a few of those, but we should get rid out of.
The little diamonds in a rough.
Our deal that we. our
Those are the
deal
best
that we-
ones.
I know, I love it.
Sounds like.
Are we good? We're going on tour?
Yep, sure.
All right, guys, thank you.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we 213, we've got a raffle ticket. The winner of the raffle is,
1-3. Did y'all get that?
oh, there is a number on here.
What is
It ends in 661.
Who has-
661 is the ending.
Who had it?
Dan.
Doing, huh? Okay.
All right, Ken, let me know what you need, brother.
I'll text him.
And when he wants to come to the meeting, then we'll put the answers to these questions. But if he.
Oh, I guess I should stop the meeting.
Kind of crazy.
Stop share. Oh, nah.
Yeah.